What's up, YouTube? I just want to share this quote with you real quick. Um, Russell Barkley or Berkeley, he's an ADD expert. He shared this on YouTube in one of his lectures that are on YouTube. And basically, it's this. It's a quote from Walt Disney, and it's so useful for anybody with ADD. The key to success is sustained action towards your goals. We're not dumb. We're not retarded. We're not lazy. A lot of us are actually really successful minded. A lot of us work really, really hard. I've heard somebody with ADD say people with ADD have to try 3 times as hard just to do the simple day-to-day stuff that everybody else easily does. My girlfriend is type A, meaning she's like the opposite of ADD thinker, mind. She focuses easily without even thinking about it, naturally, always organized, always scheduled, always on time. She will be, everywhere on time. I start getting ready 5 minutes after I should have been there, right? That's when I take a shower. Like if I have to be there at 12, I start taking a shower at 12:05, right? So anyway, sustained action towards a goal is the key to ADD success. It's the key to success, period, says Walt Disney. His company does $30 billion a year, okay? Every year, $30 billion, bro. One of the most famous companies in the whole world. One of the biggest companies in the whole world, dude. Disney, Coca-Cola, Apple, like some of the most famous, successful companies in the world. Anyway, and he's so right, man. If you think about all champions, all successful people, when you think about success, even a business success, any success, a lot of people use and think of athletes for examples, right? Like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Wayne Gretzky. A lot of these things that these guys have in common is they do that exact same thing. They sustain action towards their goals. Like boxers, I'm a big boxing fan. A lot of boxers, since they're 8 years old, they're saying, I want to be world champion. I want to be world champion. I want to be world champion. It's so like within their freaking mind, dude. It's like freaking, they're really into it. Like they want to be world champion. And not only that, that's a very broad, very long-term goal. But they also reverse engineer what it takes to get there. So they'll be like, man, I gotta work on this left hook, and they will work on that. They'll like, today is Wednesday. I'm going to go into the gym, and I'm gonna work on this left hook for 4 hours straight. As much as I want to throw the right, as boring as it'll get after 20 minutes, I'm only gonna work on the left hook until I do it. I play hockey, and well, I play on a team, or I don't really practice. Nobody really practices as an adult. You don't really practice when you're when you're a kid in the leagues. You have one practice, one game every week. As an adult, you have to like make time to practice. You have to like go out of your way, freaking pay like $8 or whatever, and go practice on your own all by yourself, whatever. Anyway, long story short, bro, there's certain things that I don't do very well, like, as good as I could, as good as I used to when I was a kid, you know, like my backhand. Like, I could totally work on my backhand, right? So I played, like, man, hundreds of games with really hardly any decent backhand. Like, even though you don't know what that means, just it's easy to understand what I'm trying to say. So, I basically would go out into the world with a whack backhand, right? Every single day, and it really matters, right? Like, and then one day I'm like, I go to a stick time, which is basically like where you go all hockey geared up, and you can do whatever you want. You could just shoot the puck around. There's a lot of people doing the same thing. So I told myself, I'm just gonna freaking work on my backhand. That's it, right? That's it. I'm only gonna work on my backhand. Freaking for the whole hour and a half, that's all I did. Ooh, and I got the freaking backhand down. And then when I go to the games, I'm freaking like 35% better. And everybody's like, whoa, dude, like you really improved. Maybe that was a waste of time or wasn't the best example for me to use. It worked. But Man, I can't express enough how important that sustained action towards your goals is. That's good advice for people without ADD even, but like people with ADD, it's something we need to understand. The more you know about ADD, the more, the better you can work against it, you know? The better you can figure this thing out. There are very successful people that have ADD. I mean, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, billionaires have ADD. What's the name? Branson, founder of Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines. He's dyslexic and ADD. So is Bill Gates, I think. He's Branson's the richest man in UK. Gary Vaynerchuk, look him up. He's really interesting to hear him talk. He's a multimillionaire entrepreneur. He has ADD. A lot of entrepreneurs have ADD, but most people aren't into that. I'm sure most people watch these videos don't care about business. Probably a lot of you guys are like in school, you know, whether it's community college or university, whatever. But there's a lot of people that have the same goals, career goals, whatever, as you, that are very successful and have ADD, maybe even worse ADD than you. There's different levels of ADD. One of my good friends has like way worse ADD than me, you know, and I have pretty like high volume ADD. Anyway, it's possible. You need to believe that it's possible. For me, getting organized was so freaking hard to do. It was so hard to do. I finally got organized. For me, I just never knew where to begin. I never knew what to do. I was always confused. I never knew what to do. I always walk around in a daze. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to apply my time. There's like thousands of things to do, and I just don't know where to begin. I finally brought myself to get organized. I finally brought myself to know what to do. And guess what? I just wasn't doing anything. I knew what to do. I had a perfect schedule, perfect to-do list that was totally realistic. It wasn't crazy like before, 100 things on my to-do list. It was so like 5, 10 things. I know what to do. I have if you watch my previous video, I have it written right here. Tell me what to do. I just want to do it. So, honestly, like, the key to like freaking really executing and being like ADD free is to be a doer, to be someone that does, to be someone that just does. Like, step one, it's 2 steps. Know what to do is step 1. Step 2, do. Right? You need to be in do mode as much as possible. Try not to be in think mode. Try not to be in figure stuff out mode. And definitely try never to be in confused mode. If you're in confused mode, you need to quickly get into figure stuff out mode, get organized mode, and then always stay in do mode. Now, of your day, like, honestly, figuring stuff out and getting organized should only take up, like, seriously, like 1% or like 2 or 5% of your day. You should spend 95 to 99% of your day, focus, and energy on being in do mode, right? I've spent like 8 hours straight getting organized, right? Something that like my girlfriend or somebody that's like, you know, type A can easily do in 10 minutes. What takes somebody with ADD can get organized in 10 minutes. Take me 8 hours. And then it's nighttime, and then how the heck am I going to do that? It's night, you know? So, force yourself. Like, what I do is I promise God sometimes, God, I promise you for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to focus. I'm not even going to think about anything else. If the phone rings, if a text message, I'm going to ignore it. All I'm going to do for the next 10 minutes, focus on getting organized. I promise you, God, I will get organized in 30 minutes or less. And I'll look at the time. Okay, it's 4. I promise you I'll get organized at 4:30. It's 8 a.m. Promise you I'll get focused. I'll get organized before 8:30 a.m. And then you spend your entire day in do mode. And then you promise God one thing at a time. I promise you, God, I'll do my best at this thing. I'll work on only this for the next 2 hours. All right, guys, be good.